Well, somebody who has worked at the highest levels of the New York City Police Department joins us right now. Former Chief John Chell, NYPD Chief of the department for a long time under Mayor Adams. And wow, what did you think when you saw this stuff? Had you ever seen anything like that in your career?
No, look, it's reminiscent of a couple years ago when the cop got the water poured over his head during de Blasio days and didn't do anything. This is despicable. These weren't young children, young adults having hot chocolate in the park on a snowy day. These are our next version of the arch criminals in New York City. And it was an attack on law enforcement, an attack on the NYPD, and quite frankly, the leader of our city gave a very misguided, weak, and quite frankly, pathetic response to this. And this is not how you win over a locker room where now for the third time, you've done something that's not in line with what they want. Okay, you're not funding us. You're not funding the NYPD at $5,000. You went and visited a family whose son tried to stab us. And when you match that with your word salad election where your rhetoric clearly demonstrated like the NYPD, here we are less than 2 months into it, and this is not going well.
Yeah, wow, you're right. 2 months in, and those are 3 strikes against him. And yeah, he can't get it out of his head that this was a snowball fight. He must know better. He's a clever guy. I think he likes to see this kind of stuff. Give me Mamdani trying to just play this off like it was no biggie, if you don't mind, please.
Wait for me, Greg, or for the video?
No. We're just, well...
that I've seen, it looks like a snowball fight. I think that there were 2 officers who were facing lacerations on their face.
All for prosecution of those who pelted them?
Look, I've seen the videos of this snowball fight. I think that it was a snowball fight.
No, that's not a snowball fight. That was, I think it was a riot, Chief. I think it was a riot. Can the officers sue? What's going to happen as a result of this?
Well, the one thing that's not coming out is those snowballs. Some of them were laced with rocks, and if you the old snow that hasn't melted, that's where the ice came from. This is why they got hurt. So this is not some nice snowball fight. And quite frankly, the mayor had 24 hours to kind of let this digest after his first commentary. And he doubled down today with this second pathetic commentary. This is not going away. Look, the locker room of the NYPD, 34,000 cops, it's like a team. And when the coach doesn't lead the team turns on them. And what happens here in this scenario, public safety will suffer. And what we cannot have is cops being reactive versus proactive, something that the video you showed from Heather before kind of addressed this.
Yeah, no, and he puts you guys right, the uniformed cops who risk their lives. You're just like any other city workers, right? NYPD cops, like all city workers, deserve to be applauded for their response. All city workers. It's a unique role the cops have. All right, I want to get you on the police commissioner. I know you worked for her, but I don't know, man. I want to run this by you. Some folks said that there weren't more cops in that park because some supervisors in the NYPD, especially now with Mamdani, do not want to see a lot of arrests because a lot of arrests would indicate that crime is going up, not down. Is that part of the equation here?
Look, there is trepidation for being proactive now. That can get you in trouble. Now, the commissioner, rightly so, made her statement, and it will be investigated. What she meant by that is the detectives will make arrests. But a couple hours later, in contradiction to that, the mayor said, no, there shouldn't be arrests. So that is the risk we run here. This is what we spoke about in the fall. Where do they intersect at all? So this is a major shift, if you will, what she wants and what he wants. That's a whole sidebar story. There will be arrests here, but this is symbolic. This has symbolism. And we're in February, Greg. What are we doing May and June, July? This is emboldened activity. The weather's getting warmer. I wish I could be there to help my fellow men and women in the NYPD. I wish I was there yesterday because I would have called a bunch of cops over and they would some of them might look like Jack Hughes after we got through with them.
Well, man, yeah, look at that. Look at that. The disrespect. And they're taking over a street. You're not allowed to take over a park. You're not allowed to take over a street, right? Other people get to use the street. Other people get to use the park. Thank you very much, Chief Chell.
All right, be well.
To be continued, and we'll be right back.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.